Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV. We are back and we're talking transfers today on this Transfers This Way. First of all, though, you know what's coming. One of the best intros there is. Yes, people, we're back. How are you doing? Back with Marley and back with Stephen. How you guys? All right?
Not bad, you. Best intro. You gotta wait. You're gonna wait until a new one comes out.
I did say one of the best
Yeah.
intros. If you can rewind that, I did say it because I'll stick to my word. One of the best. Yeah, but we're looking forward to seeing yours, Stephen. And how's the channel going, my friend?
Oh, the channel's going alright, man. Big up K on the TV. They're using my clips for their compilation videos, so big up to them.
You
So I
getting
really appreciate
clipped?
that.
Have you been getting
What?
clipped? Have you been getting clipped?
Yeah. Big time. But yeah. So in terms of the new one, I should be launching that Friday morning. The new F1 channel.
There you
So
go.
the first few videos might be beginning of February once we move it on there. There might not be an intro or like that ready for it, but I'm hoping there should be an overlay ready. But we have to get it done by February because that's where the season starts building up.
Exactly. So everybody go and check that out. Marley, how are you doing, my friend? You cool?
Doing well, mate. Doing well.
Yeah.
Good to be home, as always.
It's a hot one out there today.
A very hot day in Rio, for sure. 29 degrees. Expected to get hotter these next few days. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
There you
Very
go.
I don't
hot.
want to hear any moaning. It's 6 degrees here.
We could be a news channel. We could do the weather with Marley. That'd be great. If you're heading around Brazil anywhere, anyone watching at all. But we are going to be talking about stormy things coming out of media. When I say stormy, things you probably wouldn't expect. Transfer news, and one thing we're talking about, and what we're starting off with is Marley, Luis Suarez coming back to the Premier League. Is it going to happen? Is he had enough time at Atletico Madrid? He has done amazing things there, and he got ousted out of Barcelona. And you saw him crying, didn't you, at the end of the season at Atletico? You felt like he had this sort of bond, or he got this bond with winning that, and now he's leaving. He wants to go back to the Premier League. What do you think?
Yeah. I didn't look into it too much, so I can't really go into detail. What I can say is I hope it happens. He's like he had immediate impact at Atletico. He was probably the most important player. They won the league. I don't think he can accomplish much more than that, and they're not doing well right now. And I think Real Madrid's open a gap that's going to be like tough to come back at his age. So I don't know, like this project with Jared managing and Coutinho going to Villa, like it kind of makes sense, and it's I don't know, like it's a Villa fan playing FIFA. It's just like a dream scenario. You have Coutinho and Suarez back. I hope it happens. I hope it happens.
I
It's
really
definitely going to be exciting to see them play.
I really like the way you put that. A Villa fan playing FIFA. It does feel like that at the moment. I mean, they're
Yeah,
getting Coutinho in. They got Digne in, who Digne, who is obviously a
yeah,
French international. Like a
yeah,
well-respected player, can do a job. And that was really weird, wasn't it?
absolutely.
Of course, that's some news actually. Transfers of managers. So Rafa Benitez has obviously been sacked, and Duncan Ferguson will replace him, whether it's per game or And
Try
I've
to mute yourself.
yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, that's happened. Guys, what did you make of that? Anyway, just to roll onto that a little bit.
Go ahead, Steven. What do you think of Benitez sacking?
I thought you'd bring that up, wouldn't you? Mate, look, it obviously hasn't worked out at Everton. I don't know what's quite going on with Everton. I think it's a lot more than a manager, I think. Because I don't think that club's won well at all, to be honest.
Do you
From what I'm
think?
hearing, the board's not won right, the owner's not won right. Certain players they've bought doesn't really seem to fit the system or what they want to do. So there's just no seems to be identity.
Do you
Which
do you
is a
think
shame.
do you think that Suarez might go to Everton? Wouldn't that be weird?
Suarez got not in your life.
Never would
Why
he?
the
Never would.
Is that a link?
why would he want to go to Suarez?
That's
Why
how
would Suarez?
weird Everton are at the moment. They're just going for all the wrong players. They're
That's what I'm
attracting the
saying. When they
wrong
bought Jay
people.
Rodriguez, we thought like that's a good move, but there just seems to be no identity or sort of planning of what they want.
I just
And
want to say
you can tell
I
in the
don't think
result.
I ever thought that was a good move.
What, the
Rodriguez
Rafa?
to Everton or Rafa
Yeah.
to Everton. That
Or
didn't
Rafa,
make any
and
sense
I
either.
think they were getting Rafa in mainly because of what he did at Newcastle, because they knew they were in trouble, and they didn't seem to have any plan of what they wanted in the transfer window for him to go spend it on.
Well, it doesn't look
It's,
very. It doesn't look
if you
very
see look
good.
at Arsenal if you look at
It-
Arsenal for example,
yeah.
you know what we're trying to get. We're trying to get young players, and maybe in the future try and get someone with a bit more experience. But that's the sort of idea of planning that we want to do.
Yeah.
What's the plan at Everton?
Well,
Yeah,
Th-
that's all very fair what you're saying, but even if they're kind of clueless in the transfer window and they didn't bring in anyone, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to say that they brought him because of what he did in Newcastle, because that squad is still not a relegation battle squad. I mean, it can very well become one now, but it doesn't look like one. Like they have a really good team. It's at the worst case scenario, it's the 10th best team in the league.
yeah,
Squad
they're not.
overall.
Yeah, they're not thinking of getting relegated, and there is no plan at Everton. That's the problem. Is they've tried all these different things. They've tried Roberto Martinez. They've tried the Ronald Koeman, and it hasn't ever worked out. So for me, I think now they're trying to get a plan. They're looking at Duncan Ferguson. They're saying, look, he can take it on. We don't need to get any more players. We can maybe recall some players back that are on loan and try and build something
We
to
need
the
to
end
do
of the
something sort of quickly because they're sinking fast.
Well, do you know what they need? They need Suarez. But where do we think Suarez is going, guys? Well, I mean, it's clearly looking like Aston Villa, isn't it? That are in the
Aston Villa look are really impressing me. This is the difference. Aston Villa, they're buying
What's
top
happened?
players. Like, this is the thing with Aston Villa.
What's
They're
happened
buying
with
play.
Stephen?
What?
What's changed? Because they sacked their manager. Don't forget that. What has changed from that point?
It's Gerrard. To be honest, you got to give it to him. He's come in, and I would say it was a little bit harsh to get rid of Dean Smith, but then that's what they see it was not working at the start of the season. So boom, gone. That's it. If you're not,
So you're saying Gerrard gets the best out of the players?
he's getting the best out of the players. I mean, look they were 2-0 down, and they weren't giving in. They were 2-0 down against United.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, even if you had 20 minutes to go, you could still end up drawing a game. Yeah, you're 2-0 down against United. Now, usually that means game dead and buried, right? And at the moment, they seem to be able to. That doesn't seem to bother them. Like Gerrard just has instilled a mentality that says we're not going to lose this game, and as well as having his own system. Now, people might have said it's just because, like, he was at Rangers that he'd done so well at, but then, like, he had bought Rangers from literally when they got into the Premier League, into the Scottish top flight. They had to go from the bottom to the top, and he's hadn't managed to do that.
He
And
made them look an
crushed
outfit. Yeah, he
yeah,
made them
and
look like
crushed
a very
Celtic at the
good
same time.
outfit. Yeah, he
I know he
did.
might not done well at Europe. He's done well there, and obviously now this is his like sort of internship to see what he can do in the Premier League. But you can see there's a clear plan and a clear structure to where they want to play and the way they want to go.
And that's the thing. I think that the important thing is that he's played in it as well, so he knows the pace. He knows
Yeah.
what he's got to do and how he's got to
He
build a
knows what
team
to
to beat
expect.
other teams. He knows the important. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, Marley, what are your thoughts on it as well? Like,
Villa's project's a very long-term one. I mean, I do think they have like short-term objectives, but they've been getting they kind of remind me a little bit of West Ham, not just in colors, but also like it's they've
the way they're
been
being.
getting a couple of exciting players recently. But you look at the finishing, like you look at the table at the end of the season, they never look quite good. And right now they're 13th. It's not like Jared's getting great results. I know they're playing like exciting football. It looks good. I've seen a couple of games. They look good, but they haven't been getting the results. I don't know. Like Villa doesn't quite scare me when it comes to like competing for the same stuff that Arsenal is. Just not right now.
They seem to scare me a bit more than what Dean Smith was doing at the start of the season.
Oh, sure.
To be honest, is that this is Gerrard's first window, and let's be honest, like January window, unless you're paying over the odds, you're not exactly going to get what you want. Like so, your proper window is like in the summer, so it's kind of see what they want to do in the summer with him. But it's clear already to see by what he's doing. Like he obviously must know something. He must know something. If he can buy Coutinho, put him on with 20 minutes to go, and then effectively change the game. And Nick should have won the game.
You know, that's that was the first game. I mean, very exciting, and I hope it works. I hope it works out, and I hope Suarez goes to Villa, and I hope he plays well, and I hope they like fight for European places. I don't care if they fight against Arsenal, but what?
I can't stand him.
But
mate,
you know,
if he wants to start biting people, he should have a Kit Kat before he starts a game.
He has bitten a lot of people. I've seen him score. I see him score for Ajax. I was in the stadium. I've actually got it on my video. I recorded it. I think he got a hat trick that night, and they bought flowers on for him, like the club, like before the game. He wasn't even leaving. Like that's how well he was respected in the game. Like he wasn't even leaving, and they were bringing on flowers for him as if it was his last game. And I just thought in my mind, like, he's going to make it. He's going to the Premier League. Someone pick up this player. Man United, please. Liverpool got their claws in first, and the rest is history, isn't it? Amazing player. I mean, he'll change Aston Villa. I don't care what people say about his age. He's still got it. He is still as good as people like Ibrahimovic, Ronaldo, Messi. He's still in form. He's still scoring goals.
Would he want to go to Man City? Would he want to go to Aston Villa though? That's the point.
Well, looking at it now,
he's won everything. He's won everything.
Yeah,
like why not?
Like,
you know,
look what they're pushing for.
But then he's sacrificing a lot. I mean, you as a top player, you still want to be playing in Europe, even if you have won anything.
But maybe he loved it here. And maybe he's like, instead of retiring, going to the MLS, maybe I can have one more chance of being in the Champions League and playing for a team.
Well, at least Ivanovic is not in the league anymore.
And again,
it's an exciting project, and you're probably looking at him as the main player.
Marley,
he'd be the most important player.
He's forgotten about the link as well. Gerrard and Suarez. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah, and Coutinho. And if you were to ask me, I think Suarez is more guaranteed to deliver than Coutinho by far. I know he had a good debut, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to regret Arsenal not going for him. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to feel this way. I don't think you're going to see the Coutinho that we saw at Liverpool. I don't think that's ever going to happen again. Brazilian players,
I still would have taken him on loan.
As historically, it's hard to see them going back from a down-going curve. So it's I don't think he's going to go back, but I do think he can deliver a lot more than he has been as a fringe player. recently. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Villa, man. They're not a team that are particularly disliked. I'm excited
One
to
thing,
see them
one
win.
thing to throw a spanner in the works on this one. His wages must be quite high at Atletico. Would that not cause a little bit of disruption at Villa if they've got? I mean, surely he must be asking for at least 350, 400 a week. Would you say Suarez at this moment in time? That would
Don't
be
know.
his
It depends how
wages.
desperate he wants to be back in the Premier League.
Well, he knows that they've got money. It's the Premier League, so he's like, well, maybe I should be able to get money there because obviously in China right now, no one's going to China. Why that no one going to China? Because they've capped their wages out there as well. So it's all changing. So maybe he's going. Agent's got him a good deal. What do you think, Marley? I think.
I think he's he's been paid really well for a long time. Like he's won a lot of trophies. I think I'm not saying he'll accept it, but I think if Villa goes to him with an offer of like 200,000 a week, which by the way, huge salary for Villa terms, huge.
Hmm.
I think he'd sit down. I think he'd negotiate. I don't think he'd be asking for anywhere near what he makes at Atletico. But then again, like you think about his next move, unless he goes to a really alternate market, he's not going to be making the same amount of money anymore. Like you're not going to see the bigger clubs going for him. At least I don't think so.
Can we confirm anything of is this a free transfer or
I don't.
is it paid? They got to pay a price to Atletico.
I don't know.
I'm assuming they'd have to.
This is the first I've heard about it, to be honest.
Because obviously, if it's a free one, then they won't mind paying big wages anyway. But if they've got to pay money for him as well, and if Atletico don't really want to let him go, they've already let Kieran Trippier go in January. Will they let another player go? These are the things.
I don't think that happened right now. Yeah.
Who else they got? I mean, they got Griezmann, of course. But they kind
of on a free summer. So this could be a summer move, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Aston Villa would leave it to the summer.
Well, maybe that's what's going to happen because it doesn't seem like they'll. I mean, I think Atletico and Simeone will be pretty strong on their stance with this one. They won't want him to go for silly little money. They'll want something for Suarez. He's still good. There's no way that they just wanted to push him out for the sake of it. Maybe it's their wages. Maybe they got problems with wages at the moment and they need to push players out. Right. Yeah. So maybe they could get him on a good deal. Then you're going to have other clubs sniffing around anyway, aren't you? I mean, aren't you going to have clubs sniffing around if someone says to you, you can get Suarez for 12.5 million or 20 million or... Would Arsenal not look at that either? I think even Man U would be silly enough. Huh?
That ship sailed.
Yeah,
Suarez is like 15 years older than the average we're looking at recently.
Yeah.
we got some comments in here from one and only Farmer Man. Big up Anthony Herbert. Big up guys. Thumbs up. I hope Suarez runs over
and bites Arteta on the arse and he leaves. But make sure you press that like button, people.
That's really
very
good,
well done, Stephen. You've been doing that in the mirror, haven't you? I wonder how much you love.
It's because I live in Suffolk/Norfolk, mate. They all talk like that, you know.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because Marley, he lives on the other side of the island. They talk like that, and he lives on the other side of the island, and they talk the same. But in between, they talk differently. You know, it goes drags on normal. You have how are you? Like the normal middle Britain man, and then it goes back to like that when you get nearer the coast and the haystacks. But yes, let's continue. Let's continue. Yeah.
Keep going.
Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. Let's do this. We're going to talk about your club and the fact that you possibly got a decent player called Vlahovic coming in from Fiorentina, and the bid was apparently accepted for 88 million euros, around in the 70 million pounds region. Well, I won't start with you, Stephen. We want to hear Marley, then we'll go for you at the end because you obviously have a frustration with this. Let's go with Marley first. Let's because I know you
No,
got a green
go
light
to
on
Steven
this.
first.
What do you make of this?
That's fine.
Oh,
Go to
you
Steven
want to
first,
battle
that's
with
fine.
because I know about I know about I know will battle you on this. So I think would it not be best that you started? Okay, Stephen, go on then.
I'll say my piece then. I'll say my piece.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be too much of an argument here. There's two things about the Vlahovic thing. First of all, not a decent player. Great, really exciting player. Vlahovic, if we actually sign him, which like that's going to be my second point, but if we actually sign him, we're talking about like one of the headline transfers of the season, not just January, the season. He's like,
Yeah.
you look at most big clubs, he's seen as like the first alternative for Holland. That's not me being silly, it's just facts. And for multiple reasons. Like you see some similarities, but like you don't need to compare him. He's great. Like he's been great for a couple years. Like he's only 21, so it can't be for too long.
It's got a
But
very good
really,
record, hasn't he?
exciting record, dude. He's scoring goals for fun. He's a scoring machine, and he has more stuff to his game as well. But second thing, first of all, like we can't confirm that the bid's been accepted, but there has been like a lot of talks that Fiorentina accepted the bid. That means very little. Like we've known for a long time now that the biggest problem in the whole negotiation, it's actually the agent fees. So like even if Fiorentina accept the offer and Vlahovic is willing to come, there's been rumors that he actually wants to for Juventus to be able to bring him. But if that's not the case and he's willing, like the last thing is the agents asking for crazy amounts of money, crazy amounts of money.
Do you know who the agent
So
is? Do we know who he is? It isn't Mino Raiola, is it?
no. I don't think it's anyone that famous, but
Sure.
I don't know. Like I don't know how it works with financial fair play as well. Like if agent fees go into that at all. Like
Well, they
I don't
have
know.
been capped, haven't they? But I'm not sure when that comes into place. It
Yeah,
always has a date that's
exactly,
like
exactly.
in 4 years' time on this date you can't do it. It might not
Maybe
be.
the agent's thinking like,
Manzi.
yo, this is one of my last chances of making like big money. So yeah, it means very little. I do hope it happens. And yeah, go ahead, Steven. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, let's hear what you got to say, mate. Because you looked a little
Well-
bit disgruntled when I started this conversation of Vlahovic.
Well, look, I'm not disgruntled with the player. It's a quality player. I wouldn't take him any day of the week.
Was it me then?
No. My, like, he's the better. He's the only. I think the only alternative to Andre Silva, because we're going to get Andre Silva from Leipzig. No way. No, not in your life. He's not going to leave there. He just joined. But I would have taken him because he had a bit more experience about him. And this is the one thing I've got about Vlahovic. Two things. A, he's playing the slowest league of all, so he might be killing it there, right? But the Premier League, at least the Bundesliga, for example, is a bit more comparable to the Premier League than the Serie A. Serie A is not as powerful. It's not as fast. It's like a snail's pace compared to
It's harder
the
to
Premier
score goals in the Serie A, which is a lot of players from now to the very past have said. It's very difficult to score goals, and he has got a very, very good for a midfielder as well. Might I add, a good.
I mean, I would. It's the age thing as well. It's only 21, 22. We've got enough young players now as it is. We need some experience in our team, but
You do
that's
need
not
some.
we need experience in our team now, because you saw games against Man City. That was because we can't. We lost our heads.
I guess though, Stephen, for Arsenal, haven't they got to look at this and say, look, well, he has kind of got experience here. He's doing very well.
Yeah, but that's like 1 or 2 years. It's fine, but like we had 1 or 2 years with Aubameyang, and then look how that turned out. So look, but this is not my main issue with it. Like I haven't got an issue with buying him. Like no way. Like I'm not that mad, but like I can actually like look at someone who scores 28 goals in 32 games and said he's not a shit player. But in
Yeah,
terms of what we're looking at, this is not the main issue at Arsenal. We can't play a game because we've got no midfield. Why? Because we've sold our spare midfielder with no replacement. Plus, we've sold him on loan, which means we've got three DMs on loan, and
Can
that's
I
the
just get this
position we
straight?
can't fill.
Is Vlahovic a striker?
Yes.
I thought he could play in midfield as well, though. Is that correct?
No,
No,
he's
he's
a
a number
striker.
9. All in
He's a number 9 all day long. Right?
Yeah, I don't know much about
We
it.
need a bloody midfielder, and what they're doing now is I've seen it all over like
I'd
Spaces,
say you need
Twitter,
a striker.
Instagram. No. How? Because we're still managing to score in midfield. Saka managing to score goals. Smith Rowe's managing to score goals. Martinelli's managing to score
So
goals.
you have a good midfield then.
So but the midfield's not available because they're
Squad
all
depth.
either been the spare ones have been sold. There's been one case of COVID, and the rest of them been worked to death.
But you haven't got a pending striker. Aubameyang's out.
Yeah,
isn't
but we
it?
need a bloody midfielder so we can play a game.
Get one of them too. That's all.
Like
You
we're
don't- you
even
don't know
trying to
what's
call
going
off
on.
this Liverpool game and the Burnley game for God's sake.
Have a look. You never know. Arsenal might be
Even
like.
if we got Vlahovic, we still have to call the game off because we've got no midfield.
Yeah, but that's just different talk. We don't know how to. You can't
Like,
just buy
I'm
players. for the
sorry,
sake of
but
COVID.
what they've done is let's buy Vlahovic. Like everyone goes nuts about him. We've seen all of it. I've seen it all over Twitter and Instagram already. Everyone's going nuts about him, all talking about him, and forgetting what the main issue is, which is we can't play a game because we've got no midfielders left.
Yeah, but you're
Right?
not.
He's delaying every single game until Partey comes back. That's
Marley,
basically what he's doing.
come in here, Marley, because look,
Yeah.
the point. Stephen makes a good point, and let me just roll the dice on this, right, and see what numbers we get. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
The reason why they won't just buy anybody just because of COVID, because they can't, mate. They can't just do that just in the sake of they haven't got the squad at the moment. The thing with Aubameyang shows that he's replacing him. He's going. He's got to get someone in who's
That's
decent
great.
enough.
That's
They
great.
might be getting a midfielder, mate. We're only how many weeks away? How many Aston Villa have got recently?
when he got rid of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he should have had a replacement.
But maybe he wasn't allowed to get one. I don't know what happened there, mate.
No, he got rid of him, and now he's
Steven,
realised
calm
he's
down,
got
like,
the midfield, and he's
All
got
of
to
that's
the
been
FA.
said.
And
All of
can you
that's
bail
been
me
said
out,
multiple
please?
times. Yeah, all
Yeah,
of that's been said multiple times.
Yeah.
Mate, the thing is, I would rather, like, everyone knows, like, if you've been watching Football United TV or SVD TV, you know that the main guy I wanted Arsenal to chase right now is Bruno Guimaraes, a midfielder. Yeah. But I understand the reasoning, like the logic behind Arsenal's plan here. I think it's clear that Arsenal's like two main targets are Vlahovic for striker and Bruno Guimaraes at midfield, and those two positions are going to be addressed either now or in the summer. Like that seems like you can tell, like in the whole squad, that's where we're lacking the most right now. Because in defense, if people might think that Saliba's coming back and he's been great. So
You say that, but we can't play a game because we've got no midfield.
1 second, Stephen. But the thing is, in January, like there's only 2 more games for El Neni and Partey to possibly miss. Only 2 more games. Like one Carabao
And you still
Cup
want to
game.
rely on Xhaka and on any.
No,
Well, look,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. I know it's not great, but they're prioritizing striker because they probably feel like
And
Aubameyang
then
is
what
not going
happens
to be
is
playing
if
at all
Partey or Neni
anymore.
come back,
1
right,
second.
and then that's the first thing they do is get sent off.
Steven. Aubameyang's the only striker we have that's not running out of contract, and he's the one we're more certain about. Like we know he's leaving. We assume Nketiah and Lacazette are going to be leaving as well. So what's the more urgent one right now? It's that one. And
Midfielder, 'cause we can't play a game.
you think about Arsenal wanting 2 players. yes, Bruno Guimarães, there's going to be fight for him because he's great. But Vlahovic, you're talking about like 10 great clubs competing against you. So if you have a chance of signing him now, it makes sense to prioritize that. Plus, Porte coming back, Gunna's out. El Neni's coming back soon. So
Yeah.
it's understandable. It's not what I prefer, but it's not as
No.
crazy as people are making it. Like
And
we
Stephen,
only have one Carabao
I'm
Cup
making it
game and
crazy
2
because
Premier
he's
League
leaning on the
games.
He's leaning on the FA until the AFCON ends.
can I just shout out
But-
something
I think
here
it's a joke.
that will probably just squash it
But
right now?
no
We
doubt-
can go to
but
the, we can
sorry,
go on
but
to
no
the next
doubt with this
subject.
fan
No,
base, they make every excuse under the sun for this goddamn fucking manager, right? He's fucked it up, basically, and the FA have gone, that's all right, we'll bail you out. Because you've got one case. If it was any
Yeah.
other season, we'd be told to play the under-18s, right? Or get a midfielder in. You can't have 3 midfielders on loan, right, and sit there and go, I've got no midfield to play a game.
But we can't.
That's a joke.
We can't. Arsenal can't plan. Like they can't let 3 games decide their plans. That's the thing. Sure, for us right now, like if we're looking
So why
short
is it
term,
Man City have got the depth? in?
1 second, Stephen. If we're looking short term, sure, like Lacazette is a better player than Xhaka, so we want to replace Xhaka beforehand. But we know that we're gonna have no striker in the summer, none whatsoever. So we're deciding to prioritize striker now because in 3 games we're gonna have all our midfielders back, all of
So
them.
that's the So that's the only no. So
No,
that's
there's
the only.
loads of
So that's the only
reasons.
thing we should get.
listen. I've
What?
got something that will,
Is
that
that
will
the
shut
only thing
down.
we should get then?
Look, no. We can't keep going on about this. We got to move. We got to move on because we're talking too much about Vlahovic. He is coming in.
I think
But
we're
look,
still trying at Arthur. By the way, I think we're still.
you don't know
trying
what's
Arthur.
happening. There's transfers at the moment. They
Arthur,
could be trying to do
myself,
something.
Freaking
We don't.
Genie, Ronaldo, anyone.
If they get a midfielder, I'm going to do a show with you, and you can shut your mouth. Maybe they might get one in the next week or two. They might be looking at Aston Villa and going,
They
"We need to go
won't.
out."
I
Oh,
think
I-
Arsenal's looking at a lone player. Bringing
Look, we'll
bringing
see,
in someone
we'll see what's
alone.
going on. You might be right, Stephen. You might be right. It might be a bad mistake,
It's a fucking cover up. Trust me.
but maybe Vlahovic might only be about right now. There might be somebody else.
I get the
interested
point.
at the
I
end
mean,
of
I get the point of getting a striker like Vlahovic because clubs are chasing him. Fine, yeah, but that's still not the part of the problem. The part of the problem is we need a midfielder
a
so we
part
can
of the
start playing
problem.
some goddamn games.
It's
Right.
a part of the
Otherwise-
problem that you've
No,
got.
but then
isn't it?
later on in the season, when he's completely ballsed it up because we've got a fixture congestion, right? And he's ballsed up top 4 because everyone's knackered, because he's congested the amount of games, because he's decided to lean on the FA and get games called off. Everyone then goes, well, we had 3 games per week. You can't really
Steven,
blame him for that.
Steven,
Yeah, we
Steven,
gotta move
I
on.
get all the frustrations, but I have to wrap it up here by saying that you can't possibly feel like a transfer that would be north of 100 million pounds overall, like with salary and all of that, would be a cover up. You can't possibly believe that.
Because
It's
they've
just a
done it
different
before.
strategy. It's a strategy, mate. It's a
They've done it
strategy.
before.
Might not be the right one. Might not be the right one because Bruno Guimarães would be perfect for us more than
It's because
Vlahovic.
do
But
you know why I say that? Because they've done it before.
okay,
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on.
They bought Lacazette for 50 mil and then didn't buy anyone for the rest of the bloody summer. And we
We'll
ended up
say-
6th.
Save the rest for Gunners from all corners, won't you, Marley? You can
So there you
talk
go.
about- You can
There-
talk about
That's,
it then.
that's another striker cover up.
Yep, bloody Arsenal talk anyway. It bores me to death. Finally a team now. McGinn to United.
Yeah, you call yourself a team the way you're playing. Yeah, right.
I'll talk about the history, that's all. McGinn to United. What do you think, guys? Do you think
You
that's
used to set
good?
the piss of us
I
like
don't
that.
think I don't think it's good. I know we're playing very badly at the moment. I do, and I'm not quite like you. I don't necessarily agree with Ralph being there, but I will back him until he does completely wrong. You got to, mate, and hope for the best. I don't think we're going to get anybody in January, and we need players. But I'm not like going mental about it. There's got to be some changes, and I know it's got to come from.
No,
the
but
board.
you're not getting games called off because
We have got a
we've,
few.
we've got 84 players in the books and 1 COVID case. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
But
Any
no,
other season, we'd be told to play under 18. Simple as that.
no, that's fine. That's fine. But is it good for United then, Stephen, to go for McGinn?
He's a quality player. John McGinn's a good player for Aston Villa. Would he be the answer to your problems? I don't know, to be honest. It's a big jump from Aston Villa to the Man United. So, is he better than McTominay? Yeah.
I thought Aston Villa would want to keep him, Stephen.
I thought they would do, but like if they're offering to give him off to sell him on, then like he's better than McTominay, I'll take him.
Do you think they'd need a replacement?
No.
Leicester just scored, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
Woo! Spurs are down.
Careful.
Spurs are down. What about you, Marley? Because we're going to crack on to the next one.
Yeah. Like these two are actually kind of the same. Like we clearly touched on Arsenal's half of the thing. Yeah, but United, like, I don't know why, but I do feel like both Arsenal and United are looking at midfielders. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering today. Yeah, midfielders. Right now, I think Arsenal's situation is a little more urgent. But for some reason, I think United's looking at less impressive names. Like you hear a lot about Zakaria. This McGinn rumor is very new. Like I just heard it today. Didn't look into it too much.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense when you're looking at what Villa's been doing, like for them to raise some money, and United needs a midfielder. You can put one in.
Go out and
get
together. Jude Bellingham. Go out and get Jude Bellingham.
Hang on. To be fair, Zakaria is not a bad option. The only problem I have is that you're buying a DM from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Arsenal don't have a good fucking record at that.
I know that's not like up to him, right? Like it's not his fault, but in Switzerland, Xhaka is the more important player out of the two. So that kind of scares me about Zakaria.
The Swiss national team manager must be on drugs.
But I think I don't know. I feel like both Zakaria and McGinn would be they could compete for starting roles at United. But I think you're looking more at squad players than actually starters, and Arsenal is actually looking for players for immediate impact. I think what I want to say about Zakaria is that he's good, but because he's running out of contract, he's being looked at as being a little better because he's going to cost a lot less. Because you're seeing Bayern looking at him, you're seeing Juventus looking at him, you're seeing United. Dude, what? Yeah. Are you going to see Barcelona and Real looking at him as well? It's nuts.
The
best teams in the world.
The other thing I'd say is that the reason I probably think the way I'm thinking with this midfield crisis at Arsenal, right, is because they did say in their interview as soon as I'll just say is as soon as it went with that interview with Edu, remember what he said? He said we didn't need to buy a midfielder because we got Granit Xhaka and Partey and the Conga's there to help. He didn't mention anyone else. Not anyone else.
I like the statement.
Not Matt Niles. Not anyone else.
You talk a lot about Arsenal. I know you love them, but look,
sorry.
We're on United now.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's parallel. They are pretty similar at the minute.
Anthony, he said, we need him and a midfielder. I think I just agree with that. Him and a midfielder. That's why you got him, and hopefully maybe a midfielder. Let's hope. Only 2 likes. Come on, press the like button. Yeah, come on, sort it out.
Yeah, smash that.
At Stephen, you call yourself a team. Well, you know what I need. It's like Stephen and Carr's investigation at Arsenal over Xhaka taking a bet to get sent off in the Man City game. Thoughts?
That makes sense. That makes sense, right?
I told you. I don't
want to. We can't talk about. We got to move on from Arsenal, mate. We got to move on. We're going to be talking about this shit on Friday already.
All right, we're going to talk about Emerson back at Chelsea. Marley.
No, but Matt, how urgent do you see the midfield problem at United?
At United, you want to talk about United?
Yeah, just
No, it's just been urgent for years, mate. Urgent for years. We need to
like,
get a CDM in, someone who can do it on their own. We don't need two players like Fred and McTominay doing that role. Someone who literally sweeps up the play from left to right, is the guard of shield, the guard of honor in front of the defense. Someone who can help them out, push the play forward, like a Scholesy, like a Roy Keane used to be. You know what I mean? That's what we
Yeah.
need.
I
Like
thought
a
Matone was
Vieira.
doing bit. I thought Fred was doing bits for that.
No,
you see,
When-
the thing
you're
at
joking.
United is like you're looking. The two players that are starting right now are
It's the fact you tried to
technically
answer
the
that.
two less impressive, right? But I think I don't understand the profile that United's chasing right now because I feel like they should be focusing on that one CDM that's gonna like that great player, right? Like I'm not saying him, but a Fabinho like figure. Someone
Do you
that
know
you
what?
know is gonna be a starter
They
at
need
CDM
someone
for
really
United.
big. They need someone like
Yeah.
a really. I want them to go and get Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
He's-
someone like that
Yeah,
because you
but-
have your
And
squad
he's still
players
paid a
already.
good price.
You have
the problem is he
Pogba,
needs
you
someone
have
to learn
Van der
off.
Beek, you have McTominay, you have Fred. Like
He
that's
has been.
plenty.
He's like playing with Haaland. He's playing with loads
Yeah,
of. He's,
but
played-
no, but
he's playing with who's their defender? I can't remember his name. Hummels, is
Matt,
it? You know,
Matt, the way
Well-
your team's playing right now, you don't need just need Jude Bellingham. You need also someone. If you're going to get Jude Bellingham, you need someone
he's
else.
playing with a
experienced.
what was a world class defender.
Yeah,
Someone
but
who's
what's he
been
got
there,
going to get at
won
Man
it.
United? Fucking McTominay and Fred. You need someone else there with experience to help him. You
There
can't
isn't
do
gonna-
that on his
He's playing
own.
it on. He does it at Dortmund. What are you on about?
Yo, Matt,
yeah, but
I gotta-
there's
I
Dortmund
gotta
and there's
kinda-
Man United.
I gotta kind of side with Steven here.
Well,
You've got to get someone with experience.
you're looking at Sancho having a really
What is
underwhelming
experience these
season.
days?
really underwhelming season. 1 second, and I like the type of player I'm looking at for United right now. Like I'm talking about a Casemiro, I'm talking about a Fabinho, I'm talking about like a truly great established
Ronaldo.
CDM, because you have so many good players already in midfield.
Wouldn't be the
So
first
why would
time
you
I took a
why would you
scout.
be looking at an 18-year-old?
We don't have so many good players in midfield. Who?
You have 4 solid players already. You have Pogba, you have Van der Beek, you have
Pogba's
McTominay, you
not
have
solid.
Fred.
What are you on about?
Well, solid's
what I've
like
said-
you have many
He
meanings
ain't
to
been
that
playing.
word.
He don't
Look,
deserve to be credited at the
I've
moment.
said-
Like he's
look,
got it in with.
Jude Bellingham is a great signing, but at his age at the minute, he will need someone to learn off, right? And Pogba, everyone keeps saying he's not there, he's not going to be there, right? So fine. Fred and McTominay, I'd rather watch fucking grass grow than learn off.
I'd let
off
him
them.
learn off Varane, wouldn't you? Let him learn off Rafael Varane.
Yeah, but he's a centre back, right? He needs.
He's playing in
someone
front of
next
him.
to him.
That's his role, a
He
CDM.
needs-
He doesn't
yeah,
have
but he
anybody
needs-
with him. We don't want a double duet. We don't-
No, Matt, you need someone with experience because if the
What, you're going to
pressure
get a
gets to him-
player in just to get someone to show somebody how to do it? And
No,
what is experience
Matt,
anyway?
Matt,
like I'm
Matt,
saying,
Matt,
no.
Dortmund, Matt,
playing in
listen,
Champions
listen
League,
to me, listen to
winning
me.
cups.
Fabregas
is
became a
experience.
great player at Arsenal because he learned off.
Right.
Peaceful, ain't it? Okay, guys, both of you need to take it down a notch. Calm down. Just one step down. One step down. Steven, we don't care about what United does. So, let's not waste too much
No,
energy.
but I
there.
want to talk about it. I want to actually say it.
but talk with less energy there.
Look,
You guys are ruining my vibe. Yeah?
look. All I'm saying is that with any youngster, there's always the greatest youngsters that become the greatest players always have someone they've learned off. Like Fabregas did it with Vieira, and Vieira learned off friggin' Petit, for example. So you, as much as and plus also if Sancho's come in as well, and everyone was thought Sancho was going to absolutely tear it up at Man United, and so far he's been absolutely atrocious, to be honest, right? And if you got Bellingham there, if the pressure gets to him, to be honest, like it's done with Sancho at times as well this season, who's going to be there to support him? What, Fred and McTominay? No, he needs someone else to help him, like, because
There's
he's
plenty of
still a young player.
there,
And
there.
not denying his quality.
You got Ronaldo, you got Bruno Fernandes, you got, like I say, you got Varane, you've got people that have been in situations like that. There's not much else you need. And why would he go to Dortmund and say, well, I won't go to Dortmund and do that role because I've got nobody to look
I was
up.
thinking of a player that plays like pretty much the same role as him.
So who's Vlahovic then got to look up to when he goes there to Arsenal and if he was a striker, mate? He hasn't got any other strikers to look up to.
That's the bloody point with me.
Steven,
No, I don't
what
agree.
you're saying,
That's
what
why
you're
I wanted to keep Lacazette, for example.
what you're saying makes perfect sense. But if United has the opportunity of signing possibly the most exciting midfielder out there, like young midfielder, they should not do it just because they don't have a good example
No, I'm not
playing
saying they're
in the
not
same
doing
position.
it, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
he can't do it on it. I don't think we can do it on his own.
No, but he can still come in and like he can play so many roles. He doesn't have to be straight stuck in that position and go right, get on with it, mate. He can come in and
That's what I'm worried he'll do, though.
That's what I hope they would do. I really do. And look, I think Arsenal, look, to start it off all cheery, guys, because I love you all, right? I think Arsenal will make these signings.
It's all right. You call me a twat. It's all right.
Stephen, and I actually say to a lot of people how great Arsenal are looking, a lot better than what Man United are. They really are, mate. And that's coming from a Man United supporter, and I wouldn't want to ever admit or say that, but you are looking. Your direction's going somewhere. Ours doesn't seem to be going anywhere at all. And it's been how many?
Yeah, will it get to the actual target? Is another matter.
It is another matter. Well, and this is as well. Emerson back at Chelsea. What do you think, guys?
Jeez, I don't know what I don't know what to think with Chelsea at the minute. They're sort of obviously it seems to be working with them at the minute. I don't know. It was quite surprising, especially since they were the champions of Europe last season. Everyone tipped them to be challenging Man City, especially after they beat Man City in the final, and it's all gone pear shaped.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tuchel coming out as well, saying about fatigue. Like the players are tired, and they haven't had a lot of cancellations. Maybe they'll be looking at a few other players as well, not just Emerson coming into the side. Lukaku, I think, might need to go at some point. I don't see him ever getting back in form. I think he's actually lost that respect. I think people are still talking about it today, and I think that might be difficult for him. I can't see Inter Milan taking him anyway, even in the summer, because they couldn't afford his wages and they couldn't afford the deal. They didn't want to give him away on a free. So Emerson back to Chelsea, they probably have to do it because, like you said, Stephen, they got problems in the midfield there. I know Mason Mount's been out for a little while, hasn't he? Also, is that due to COVID or is that just due to just normal?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe paying attention too much to Chelsea. Well, I might have to do a stream about them.
I've been reading and listening a lot, but yeah. Marley, what do you think, mate? Emerson back at Chelsea. We wish it was the Emerson back of the 90s of Middlesbrough. I don't know if you remember him. Remember him?
Emerson back at Middlesbrough.
He was Brazilian as well, yeah.
That played for the national team?
He might have done. Ooh, he might have done. He played for Middlesbrough. He played with Juninho. He was Brazilian. You know him.
Yeah, of course I remember Juninho. Yeah, Juninho Paulista.
And Ravanelli is the Italian grey-haired fox. Yeah. Silver fox up front.
Well, dude, about like everything you guys were saying. First of all, this one quite simple. Like it's it must feel good to be a Chelsea fan that like your left back gets injured, you can just recall someone like Emerson, who's not like he's not special or anything, but like a solid squad left back for the Prem. And not sure they had to pay a lot of money, but they had to send Kennedy the other way. Kennedy kind of sucks. Like he's a Fluminense Academy player, but he kind of sucks. So like it's not like it was too much for Chelsea to do. But regarding the team as a whole, mate, like last season, I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. They won fair and square. They deserve to win the Champions League. But you look at Europe as a whole, Chelsea was so far away from being the best team in Europe. Like that was kind of like an off tournament. it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Um,
It was like when
and I
Greece
don't
won the European Championship
Anthony,
against Portugal.
Brentford are not 1-0 up.
what?
I'm watching it right now. They're not 1-0 up.
It was like Greece beating Portugal for the European Championship that time. You know, you didn't expect them to win.
Yeah, it was. It was a weird one, mate. And they have a good team. Like I like seeing them struggle. I still feel like they're probably like the third best team and the second best squad in the league. So they should be doing better than what they're doing. But they do need to address a couple of things. The Lukaku thing's crazy, mate. Like you think about it, football's getting like at a really fast pace too. Like it's getting so volatile. Like you look at the Aubameyang situation, you look at the Lukaku situation, the Guendouzi situation. Like everything's connected, news spread fast, and everything's happening so quickly. So yeah, like players are gonna have to. I'm not saying, dude, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but players do have to like they have to think about their words and their actions even more so nowadays
Yeah.
because yeah, mate, things are very strict and they're very fast.
We were going to go on to this next topic, but I don't think we need to because we've talked so much about it. And you've got a show coming up on Friday. I want to leave it for that.
Yeah, Kolasinac and Mario are leaving. Doesn't mean much.
Okay, we'll talk about that another
Yeah.
time. So the top news today is the potential that Luis Suarez of Atletico Madrid is returning to the Premier League
Yeah.
and possibly Aston Villa. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. It was very nice actually. A little bit of debates about transfer news. I didn't think we'd do much be spreading the information, but
So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go Andy's and beat him up later. Disagreeing.
Yeah, we don't-
Just because I said something here when they conceded, I do have to say that Spurs got the draw.
Wait.
It's
Maybe
1-1 now.
Maybe I should behave unlike some certain Arsenal fans.
well, we're 1-0 down apparently. I don't know
It's
whether
not
Andy's
no
trolling
joke,
me, but I actually, I'd actually probably believe that right now. We actually are very poor, and yeah, laughing face, yeah, my life. And I've got probably a United show tomorrow. I can't wait for that. Woo! But come on, United, do something, change it around, do something, please. Get rid of the Glazers. Glazers out. Okay, everybody, thank you for tuning in today. Smash like, share, subscribe, and shouts out to Laura Woods today for replying back to a tweet that I posted out. And it's hit, I think, about 2K likes now and about 100 shares. So thank you so much, Laura. You've helped us out there. And thank you, everybody, for what is a very decent topic about women in football and the fact that their opinions do matter. It's, gender equality is 100% the way forward, and hoping to change people's
man.
minds on that matter.
Absolutely.
Stephen, where can we find you, bro?
You can find us on SVD TV, where you will find Arsenal football content, but mainly Arsenal. Come and follow us there. You can go and if you type in SFeetly
Yeah, hang on.
F1 on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow the and also on Facebook. You should be able to find a page as well. There's a Facebook page, so you'll be able to find them and go and follow them on those socials. That's the new F1 channel, and that will be launched by Friday morning on YouTube, which obviously I'll make sure and share when that is launched to everyone.
Stephen was getting a hiccup there at the end of that. Yeah,
I'm fine.
I just sneezed about 3 times. I had to go on mute. You probably heard a little bit of it. Before I asked you, like, shout at you. So she was like, shout at you. Let's try it again. Marley, where can we find you apart from here, bro?
Yeah, well, find me here. Stay tuned to all the content we have at Football United TV. The Manchester United content, the Arsenal content with Gunnar from all corners.
Content.
Always with my main man Steven here, and the other way around as well. Find me at SFeetly TV, my second home. I'm actually probably going to be on a stream with him very soon. Like I signed a contract. There's a minimum amount of streams that I have to show up for each month. So just got to get it out of the way because I have plans for later on this month. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Follow myself on Twitter as well at Marley Chillin. And yeah,
Oh, taking your solo now? Yeah, might as well. There you go. Yeah, big up Marley. Big up Stephen as well. Go check out Stephen at SVP TV. Give to charity. Go sign up as well and you
Be a
can
member.
Be a member and get your badges and all that thing. And all that thing. See, Marley, we need to find out what this is all about because hopefully when we get there one day, we'll be all knowledged up and we know what's going to happen when we hit the 1K.
yeah.
We'll be very old.
Nah, man, we'll get you to 1K and 4,000 watch hours within a year. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, Sonny Jim, I don't know how to use this. Oh God, I can't see.
I thought you were like that already.
My back's crooked. Oh, I am.
I thought you were like that already.
Exactly. So imagine me in another 50 years. Absolutely going to be. I'll be just skeletons, bones, like at the keyboard. Like just someone will be moving me, like trying to. Yeah, I'll
mate.
be alive.
Matt's gonna be 120, and Tottenham will have won another Carabao Cup by then.
if that happens.
That was a great way to end off. That was a really good joke. Okay. Take care, everybody, and see you later. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Ciao.